viewers. How have you been? As for me, I'm okay and I'm good. God has given me another chance to be here with you today. It has taken his mighty hand. I thank him. I don't take anything for granted, because I know by being alive, by having this opportunity, it has taken the mighty hand of God. I welcome you back to my YouTube channel, where, as I told you earlier, we are going to be having more videos on knowing more on what God wants from us as Christians and learning more on how we should live our day-to-day life. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and don't forget to be coming back each day to check on us. I will be trying as much as possible to post something every day so that we can create a routine of listening to the word of God each day. Thank you. Subscribe. Now, today I have a special topic where I'll be talking about the spirit of envy. This is something that has really destroyed many people's life, because the spirit of envy has taken the biggest part of our lives. You find yourself that you are not comfortable the way you are. You want to be like someone else. We have just forgotten that when God created you, he made you as a unique creature, and there's no one who is like you. You are unique the way you are, and your destiny in this life is destined by God. God created everyone, purposed you to be what you are supposed to be, and created and made a way where you are going to be moving on, traveling in this life until you reach where God wants you to be. The spirit of envy, as I can define it, it's a deep-seated resentment and bitterness stemming from the desire to possess something that another person has. That is what the spirit of envy is. And that's why I'm telling you, this is something that has destroyed so many people's lives. In many families, even in workplaces, the spirit of envy has taken people into early graves. That's why I have felt from inside me that it is important for us to learn something about this spirit. One, as we can see from the book, the Bible, the spirit of envy is the one that brought the first death ever experienced in the human race. This is when the first children from Adam, Cain and Abel, it was Cain who got that spirit initially, and he killed his brother Abel due to the envy. He envied the way Abel's sacrifice was taken by God, and God was pleased by the sacrifice. This led to the first death in the Bible, and as we can read from the book, I told you I would be referring to the Bible so that you cannot say I'm talking my own things. That is why I have a Bible and a book so that I can refer. Sorry for that. So that I can refer, and you will know that I'm not talking my own things. Let's check from the book of Genesis, chapter 4, from verse 2, and I will read for you. Later, this is when Abel was born. Let me read for you. Later, she gave birth to another son, Abel, the second born. Now, Abel became a shepherd, but Cain was a farmer. After some time, Cain brought some of his harvest and gave it as an offering to the Lord. Then Abel brought the lamb born to one of his sheep, killed it, and gave the best parts of it as an offering. The Lord was pleased with Abel and his offering, but rejected Cain and his offering. That is how it all started, when Lord rejected Cain's sacrifice. This is what is happening in our lives. When you do something and you become very successful, people start having that spirit of envy in them. And let's see what happened. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? What's that scroll on your face? If you had done the right thing, you would be smiling. But because you have done evil, sin is crouching at your door. It wants to rule you, but you must overcome it." Then Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go out in the fields." When let's go out in the fields. When they went out in the fields, Cain turned on his brother and killed him. The Lord asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" He answered, I don't know. Am I supposed to take care of my brother?" Out of the first sin, you start by the spirit of envy, then goes to killing. You can see now, he now has changed from the king that we knew from the start, and he has changed. He is starting to become rude, because you can see he is saying, "Am I supposed to be looking after my brother?" That is now another sin. That is what when the first sin starts, they just start pushing you into more sins. This is what is happening here. From there, then let me read more. Then the Lord said, "Why have you done this terrible thing? Your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground, like a voice calling for revenge. You are placed under a curse and can no longer farm from the soil. It has soaked up with your brother's blood, as if it has opened its mouth to receive it when you killed him. If you try to grow crops, the soil will not produce anything. You will be a homeless wanderer on the earth." As you can see, this is God who is cursing Cain because of what he did. This is exactly what is happening in our lives. Out of envy, you are working somewhere and you do everything possible to bring the other person down. After doing that, you think you are successful. Let me tell you, if you do such things, this is what start following you. The same thing that you brought the other person down, you are going to go down too. As you can see, when Abel was killed, Cain caused his own disaster, because now he was a farmer, but he will never do farming again. Out of all these, it is you who will pay dearly, because the dead person is already gone and cannot come back, but your life has become miserable from the start. Now, I would like us to sing the sorts of envy. And as I started earlier, I said there is the results of envy. Death comes as a result of envy. Another thing that comes as a result of envy, it is stagnation. In this life, when I focus more on someone else's life, I will not focus on perfecting what I can do best. This is a problem. If we are farmers together, and I start focusing on how I will bring you down, I will forget concentrating on my farm, on how I can do perfect things there, so that I can have enough produce. So there's that stagnation. You are just there because your mindset is not in your farm. Your mind has been diverted to another person's life, where now you are only thinking about how that person is doing, how this person is developing, she is getting too much, those things. That is another thing that comes out of the spirit of envy. Now, let's see, how can we know that we have the spirit of envy? When you want to assess yourself and know whether you have the spirit of envy in you, there are some things that you should look. Number one, downplay with other people's achievement. This is a sign to let you know that you are from your heart, you are not happy about another person's progress. If today I do a business, or I have a big contract and achieve so many things, I get, let's say what? If I open a school today, I need to have students to study in the school, because there is no school without students. And you are my friend. If you feel deep inside you are not happy about having the students join the school, then that definitely is a sign to tell you have the spirit of envy in you. That is number one. Number two, inability to appreciate others. If you open a business today and invite me to see what you are doing, if I lack that energy to tell you, congratulations, you have done it, you are going far, if that one can't come from my mouth, it means deep inside me, there is that spirit of envy. Because number one thing that a genuine heart will do is congratulating the other person when I see you progress. Number 3, you become perennial complainer. If you are always complaining about other people's things, if I open a shop, you will complain about shops. If I put a boutique, you have issues with the boutique. If I keep a salon, you have problem with the salon. That definitely is a sign of telling you that there is a spirit of envy in you. Because if I open a business today, even if you didn't like, on your side, you don't like salon, but I love it and I have it here, you are supposed to congratulate me and try as much as possible on designing my mind on how I can do better in that business, not complaining. Oh, salons, people nowadays don't do this. People are making their hair set. No, you are supposed at least to show some appreciation, show me that I have tried, show me that I am doing something, not always trying to show the other person that what you did was not supposed to be like that. That is the spirit of envy that is ruling your heart. The other point now is there's always unnecessary anger when someone has the spirit of envy. If you are my friend and we work together, and I have that spirit of envy in me, whatever you are going to be doing, I will always be feeling the anger in me. The reason why I will be angry is not because of what we are doing. It's because I'm wondering, why are you able to have that bag and I can't afford it? Why are you so smart? Why do you do your hair so frequently and I don't? These are some of the things that will show you that this person is not happy with you. The spirit of anger, the spirit of envy rather, is ruling the other person's heart. Another thing, when the spirit of envy comes into your life, when the spirit of envy comes into your life, you delay your blessings. You delay your blessings because God is love. And when you do not love, you have to know that God definitely is not with you. This is something that we should avoid in our lives. When you feel like, in fact, you are supposed to be praying for yourself. If you have the characters that I have read for you here, if you feel that deep down in your heart you have these things, you should work hard and pray to God that He remove the spirit of envy from you, because this delays your blessings. You will have lateness of blessing, not because God planned that they should be delayed. There's God's timing. But when the God's timing come, your spirit of envy will push the blessings far away from you. That is something that we should fight. It should go away from us so that we can have that in our heart. The spirit of envy causes the disappearance of God from your life. And when God departs from you, I want you to know that you'll be nothing. There are some things that will come, you will start coming into your life that you are not there. First, some of the things that will make you know that God is now not in your life is 1, spiritual laziness. When you have that laziness in you, the spiritual laziness will involve things like, if you are going to church, you feel like, I'm tired, I don't want to go to church. If you used to go to fellowship, you now start feeling it's not necessary. I went to church on Sunday, or whichever day you go to church, but on weekdays, I feel I don't have that urge in me to go to church. If I used to wake up at night to pray, if I used to pray frequently, that thing go away slowly by slowly when God leaves from your life. Another thing is, whenever you start seeing your life has changed, you used to be strong spiritually, but now you have started losing even the small battles. I used to pray for someone's heart to have the strength to move on when the person is down, and now I'm trying to pray. Even as I pray, I can feel from inside that I don't have that breakthrough. That is another sign of telling you that God has departed from you, and this is a dangerous sign in this life. Another thing, when your enemies get access to your life, know that God has parted from you. I know sometimes temptations comes and God let them come with a purpose to strengthen us and test our faith. But again, you should always be spiritually conscious so that you can know whatever is happening in your life, whether it is a test or whether it is God who has parted from you and has allowed the enemy to have access into your life. Another thing is, when you start getting attacks from all around, as I said earlier, it is true that sometimes God allows temptations to come into our lives. But when we become, the first point, as I said, we become spiritually lazy. When you are lazy spiritually, you get attacks from all over. When you go to a job, you get attacks. When you go to La Matatu, you start fighting with the conductor. When you go to hospital, you are angry with the doctor that you find. When you go to everywhere, even in the market, you will find that everywhere you go, you get everything went wrong. If you go to hospital, everything is wrong. Everywhere, you start having those anger, those attacks, those things that you even yourself can't understand. This is a sign of telling you that there is something wrong in your life and you should go back to the drawing board and start finding where did I go wrong. Assess yourself. Nobody knows you better than yourself. If you assess yourself, you will definitely see where you went away from the road. The spirit of envy has caused so many bad things. The spirit of envy, as I said earlier, can cause death. Death is not only the physical death. As we see, Cain killed Abel physically. But again, the spirit of envy is killing other people's life spiritually. Let me give you an example. There are people who will kill you spiritually in terms of what do I say? How do I explain this? This person has a vision. The person, as Joseph was, is a dreamer. You have good visions. You have big dreams. And for sure you are purposed to become that dream that you can see in your vision. But the spirit of envy will kill that dream. If today a person knows that after 10 years down the line, you are going to be a millionaire. If that person is an envious person, before the second year ends, your dreams will be shattered into nothing. This is the spiritual death that I'm talking about. When Joseph in the Bible told his family about the dream of the what is the name of those things? It was Angano. About how he saw them bow before him. The spirit of envy came into his brother's mind. And they started planning on what they can do so that their brother will not become what he saw in that vision. It pushed him, went to slavery. He was sold as a slave, went into jail, and so many things. But one thing that I want to tell you, you will never kill a dream that was from the road. Sometimes we fight people that we do not know that their battles are not physical battles. Their battles, even in the spiritual realm, they don't fight. There is God who fights for them. This is what happened to Joseph. When Joseph went to the slavery yard and he stayed there, he went through challenges, so many things. As you know the story of Joseph, I'll come to that another day. At the end of it all, his brothers who sold him so that they cannot bow before him, they went to that place and bowed before Joseph without knowing it was the Joseph they sold. In today's life, I want you to know that when someone has a blessing from God, it can never be stopped. It can never be stopped by anyone. And it is good to know yourself. If the spirit of envy is ruling your life, assess yourself and start changing today. There are ways in which we can fight the spirit of envy. I have some points that I will read for you. Number 1, recognize what you have as a blessing and understand that you are unique the way you are. Our paths in this life may be different, but definitely you have a unique gift that is in you. We fail to see our uniqueness. We fail to harvest or to reap the blessings from our unique gift from God because of the spirit of envy. Now, when you recognize the blessing in you, you stop concentrating on other people's achievements and focus on perfecting what you have. That is number 1. Number 2, recognize other people's duties. In this life, we are blessed differently. As the Bible teaches us, we are taught that we are like these fingers. These fingers, each finger when holding, where this finger holds, this one will not hold. And this one cannot do what this can do. If I point you with this finger, this one cannot point you. If each and every person is unique. So, if you understand that what this person does, this one cannot do, you will know that what this person was doing is important equally as what the other person is doing. So I will concentrate on doing what this is me. I will concentrate on doing better with my duty, and I will have to respect what this other person is doing and appreciate. I will appreciate what this person is doing because I will know even in the house of God, there's a preacher, there's a prayerful person who can intercede for you. There's this person who is very good in teaching the word of God. So these are different things. They are prophets. They are visionaries. All those people are different. And if I'm a teacher, I can never be a prophet. If you are a prophet, you cannot become a prophet and at the same time, it is you who is interpreting other people's dreams. Sometimes we are cheated. And this is what is killing so many people in this world, because someone comes with his whatever, I will not talk more about that, and starts saying, I'm a prophet, I can dream for you, I can interpret your life, I can preach for you. There's no way that we are going to carry everything. We are blessed with different and unique qualities. Number 3, create a culture of appreciating others. If I become appreciative of what you do, I will never have that time to concentrate more on how you did it better than me, because I already know that you are better in that, and that's not my part. If I'm a saloonist, I will not go complaining that the tailor is doing more beautiful work than I do. There's no way you can compare making hair and making a dress. These things, they cannot go together. So I will go do my salon work and appreciate my tailor. At the same time, appreciate the cobbler. This is the kind of life that we should create that in our heart. We should know that it is important to appreciate every person, whichever role you play in this life, whether in church, whether in workplaces, whether in business, everywhere, even where you live. You should lay that beautiful foundation. Let even the people that you live around you know that you are special. You appreciate. You recognize what others do, and that will help you fight the spirit of envy. Another thing, identify your area of grace and stay strictly to your area. If I'm a prophet, I will just try to perfect in that. And that's why I say you cannot be calling all the graces, because we are many. In this world, there are a lot of people with different talents. If I am good in teaching, I cannot be good in preaching. And that's why, in most cases, you find that there is a doctor. The doctor needs a teacher. The teacher needs a doctor. And you need a farmer. Those are the things. Understand, if I'm a farmer, I will strictly be in farming section, and I will perfect in that. That one will help you stay focused and make your mind concentrate on yourself. Another thing, fight for growth and capacity. Always if I know I'm good in farming, I will start perfecting in farming. As I perfect in farming, I will concentrate on how I can increase my farm, how I can improve on farming, what other products can I add in my farm, what else can I do. If I harvest maize, how can I process whatever like that. I have a dairy cow, I will know how to do the how do they call it? Homogenizing. Those things, those are the things that you should be perfecting on. Another thing, accept that everything happens by God's will, not by our own will. If you understand that me becoming a farmer was the will of God, my friend being a doctor was the will of God, not the will of man. We may sometimes see like it is because the person went to school, but maybe even if you went to school, you wouldn't be that person. You can never. I can be saying that I needed to become a doctor, but I lacked the school fees. If I would have gone to school today, I would be a doctor. But in the real world, in the real sense, maybe if I would have been gone to school, I would not become a doctor. I would be a farmer still. And sometimes the way things happen is the will of God, as I said. Not sometimes actually. It is whatever happens is the will of God, and we cannot change what God has prepared for us, what God has planned in our lives. Another thing is recognize that everyone carries a specific grace. As I said earlier, I already said that there's a farmer, there's a doctor, there's a teacher. And if we recognize that every person is as important as the other person, we will now understand that everyone, whatever you are doing, you are good in that, and I will have to appreciate you. Another thing is submit yourself into prayers. Always pray for yourself. Always pray that God will help you be whom He wants you to be. Because sometimes we even don't know what we want. We sometimes even stay you are just there. But it is good to always pray for yourself, so that God can help you stand and be perfect. Another thing, walk in love. If you love your neighbor, you will never envy what he has. You will never envy what he has. This is good to understand that what causes the spirit of envy is lack of love. And there are 4 types of envy. There is emulative envy, there is inactive, there is aggressive, and there is the spiteful envy. I want to talk on the spiteful envy. This is envy that is dangerous, because if you are spiteful, this is the spirit where I am focused on bringing you down, no matter what. Even if it means me dying, but you go down, I can do it. This is the one that I want you to understand. And this one is a spirit that you started just the normal emulative. That is where I want to be like you. I want to have what you have. I am feeling bad that that is how it starts. But as it graduates, you feel like, sorry, I better die than how you have that car. So I can take the car, cause an accident for you to die, and we die together. That is how bad it is. That is how dangerous it is. There's the other's aggressive. The aggressive envy is the envy that you have a car. I want the car. I can do anything for you to, for example, for you to go down. Sorry. For example, I have a business and you don't want me to have the business. The spirit of envy is telling you that I should not have that business. The spirit of envy, particularly the aggressive, will make you now try as much as possible to do anything. You can even kill me. You can even go to a witch doctor to bring me down. That is what aggressive envy is. It is quite not very good to have that spirit as a Christian, as a children of God, as the people who God love. We should start practicing love so that the spirit of envy can never have space in our life. The spirit of envy is a spirit that has caused pain in many people's life. A person starts a business and you do not know how hard the person has worked to reach where the person is today. You with your evil spirit brings that person down to scratch. A business that was created silently for, let's say, 10, 15 years, and you do whatever you do and bring the person down, let the person down. Another thing that I have observed, there's this spirit of envy that puts other people's children down. You think of another person's child in a way that you feel she does not deserve that child, or this person does not deserve that grace. We are carriers of special graces, and I see your child has a special grace, and instead of appreciating and knowing that this special grace can be emulated by my child in future, because we all need role models, you bring the child down. May God help us. May God help us not to have the spirit of envy in our lives. I love you, my people, and I love you so much. As we keep trying to do our study each day, I will be trying as much as possible to try and bring something new. I'm not very perfect. I'm trying as much as possible. As I move, I know I will be perfect one day. I know I will make a video that you will feel that it is really made. But for now, may God help us. And thank you for watching. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for keeping coming back to watch these videos. I know God will help us have that special grace. God will help us to be in that level where our videos will go viral, where our videos will be viewed by many people, but you are number one helper of this channel. Support this channel by subscribing, support this channel by liking, support this channel by sharing the videos so that many people can know that there is such a video, there's such a channel that's trying to educate people on how to do things the right way best. May God bless you so much. I love you all. Bye. Until next time.